Hi, I'm Carole Young. Welcome to Community Chest. Community Chest is a program that spotlights nonprofit organizations in the Kingman area. If you're a nonprofit organization and you would like to appear on one of our shows, contact us at 718-3600. That's 718-3600. Now today we're going to have two segments on our show. The first one will be the Lee Williams High School Booster Club, and the second will be the Kingman Boys and Girls Club. So stay tuned, don't go away. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Community Chest. Our show, the first segment, is going to be Lee Williams High School Booster Club, and I have with me Veronica Murchison, and she is the treasurer of the Booster Club. Welcome, Veronica.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. I'm excited about the Booster Club. Tell us a little bit about yourself real fast, of what you do and how you got involved in the Booster Club.
I'm a Kingman native. I was born and raised in Kingman. I have a son that goes to Lee Williams High School. He's active in sports. And the Booster Club is brand new, and there was a need for a treasurer, and so I stepped up and volunteered to be the treasurer for the Booster Club. I work at Pioneer Title as an escrow officer. I have two boys, 15 and 9, and I'm married to a wonderful man.
Great. Okay, the Booster Club, when did the discussion get started to begin it?
Almost immediately, probably about the second football game. A couple parents had gotten together and talked about setting up a Booster Club. Together with Carole Williams and Mr. Elwood, the principal, we started meeting and put it together, had a couple volunteers step up to be officers, and it's been put together since probably about November.
Okay, all right. And it's unique. The Lee Williams Booster Club is unique in the fact that it's not just an athletics booster club.
That's right. We also are helping a lot of the clubs. We have bought the food for the concession stands, and the club students that are in the clubs work the concession stands, and then we split the profits with them.
Okay, so the benefit of the club not only goes to athletics, but it also goes to the clubs, and you have scholarships.
Yes,
that will be given.
Yep. That's one of our things
goals.
Our goals is to give scholarships later on.
Okay. Now, as far as your funding, you're completely depending on memberships?
Yep, we have family memberships, and we also have business sponsorships, and that's what most of our revenue comes from that, along with the concessions.
Okay, let's tell the audience a little bit about the cost of the memberships, because it's very cheap, and it gets them into the games.
Right. There's 3 levels of membership. $10 gets you a voting membership. $25 gets you an individual pass membership and 1 voting member. $35 will get you a family pass membership, 2 voting members. And then the business sponsorship levels are $100, get you 2 adult member and a certificate for your business. $250 would get you a plaque, a program ad, and 2 adult members. And $500 would get you a banner, a plaque, a program page, and the family pass membership.
Okay. And the business sponsorships, it's very cheap advertising, because there's a program every game.
Right.
That they would be in.
Right. And
their banner is seen at every game. So
correct.
To me, that's very cheap advertising for a business.
And it runs from June through the following July. Okay. So it's a whole year.
Okay. So you were very busy in creating this club. One of the first things you had to do was create a constitution and bylaws. And how did you come about doing that?
We kind of got some ideas from other high schools. We went online and got copies of their bylaws and constitutions and put them together. There's you and I and 2 other women, Lena Margita and Colleen Mason, that put the constitution and bylaws together, together with help from Mr. Williams, the athletic director, and Mr. Elwood, the principal. So we put those together, and then we also, one of the more important things after we got that done was filing for a 501c3 status, and that would make us exempt from federal tax filing.
Okay. State or sales tax of any kind. So doing the 501c3 was not an easy process. It was time consuming, and there was a lot of research that had to go into it.
It probably took about 5 hours between the budget being put together. We also had to put together a fundraising plan. There was a lot of questions on the form that were asked that I had never come across, so I had to get some assistance from other clubs. And so, it was time consuming, but it's worth it. Obviously, we needed to get that status from the IRS.
Right, and a lot of people don't realize that, starting a booster club from scratch is time consuming. The benefits will pay off in the future, but and then you had to go to the bank, you had to apply for an EIN.
Right, we had to get an EIN number from IRS as well before we could open our bank account, and then you have to go and open your bank account, and we have to have more than one signer to make it all up and up. And so there was a lot in putting it together, and we still are putting it together. We're still working on getting the membership forms out, and also getting the cards for the membership, because once you've signed the membership or the sponsorship, you'll get a card that will tell you what level you are, and also some of the levels get you into some of the games at a student rate.
And this is all year round. This is for all of the
That's right. activities
there.
Yes.
So, okay. Tell me a little bit about the membership process. Where are the forms available that they can get them?
Right now the forms are available at Lee Williams High School, and in the future, near future, they will be on the Lee Williams High School website as well. And you can go there and print it, mail it in, or drop it off at the school with the fee.
Okay, and we do need memberships, so anyone out there, anyone can join. I mean, you don't have to have a student at Lee Williams High School to come and enjoy the games and everything that are available there.
Right, and it's not just athletics. We are supporting the clubs too, the drama club, the student council, any clubs that have come up. We have a schedule that they work the concession stand. We provide the food in the concession stand, and then they would make 50% of the profit. So it's helping them also.
Right.
Yeah.
So some of the goals are to raise money for athletic programs, banquets, that type of thing.
Yeah, there's been some talk about, the athletic director would like some help with the field, some maintenance on the field, and some upgrades to the football field. So we had talked about that. Scholarships, if one of the clubs, since they're helping us, if a club has a need, they could ask the booster club if we could help them monetarily or physically, either way. Right now we have a small membership, but excuse me, as the school grows and more classes are added, we'll have a bigger membership.
Right. And it's basically to kind of help supplement some of the needs of the school. The school's new. The student council's new. They need money. The student council's going to have to do a prom, so there's a possibility that in a couple years we may be asked to assist with that too for the booster club.
Right.
So, okay. Fundraising. I know the booster club depends on membership dues, but also fundraising. So that's kind of a challenge right now too, isn't it?
It is. The other clubs are doing fundraising too, so we certainly don't want to take away from their efforts. We have a couple of different ideas on the table that we're working on, trying to get stuff put together, maybe some car washes. It's just different fundraising that we're working on, because we, of course, want to help the students and give back to the students.
And that's one thing that we need members for, is to add their input as to what type of fundraising, and volunteers. We need lots of volunteers.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. If they don't want to be a member, they still have an opportunity on the form to check to be a volunteer of the booster club. Challenges. What can you see some of the challenges?
I think right now our challenges, since we're so new, is getting a large membership. Just because we are so new, the forms are just going out in the next couple of weeks to the parents, so we're hoping that that'll help. Maybe next year when we do the registration, when they have registration, we can have a table set up so parents can register or become a member at that time, or even businesses might want to sponsor at that time. We are going to start hitting the public for some of the businesses for sponsorship now that we have the forms and we know what we can offer for what they pay for their sponsorship. We'll be hitting that up. But I think that right now our membership is a handful of people, and we really want to try to build our membership so we have more manpower.
And I know some of the things that are coming up that the Booster Club had a request from was maybe the basketball banquet and the cheerleaders banquet. So need dues and need funds for that.
Right. And being a new school, it's all just really new, and everything is a first for everything. We had the winter sports banquet, and that was a potluck, and it was great. You know, but we would like to help in the banquets and the awards banquets as they come up.
And we may have to have another potluck dinner then too. But I know moving forward, the Booster Club was asked maybe to purchase letters, the letters that the athletes earn for those.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm under the understanding too that not just the athletes can earn letters, but there's criteria that the drama club and some of the clubs also can earn letters.
That's right.
So
yes.
That's important that we can get that money out there.
And that we've learned from Mr. Williams. I mean, he's very active in it. He comes to every meeting. Mr. Elwood comes to every meeting. He's very active in it as well. And so those are some of the things, the importance of having those two at the meetings is they input that, and they tell us, you know, these are the needs that we have right now. And long term, this is the need that we would like to have.
Right. And I've noticed that the parents that do come to the booster meetings are very passionate about the school, passionate about the sports and the drama. And I like the fact that the Booster Club is split between the athletes and the scholastics because it's going to benefit the whole school and not just a certain part of the school. So.
And I think some of the passion comes from three of us went to high school in that building, and so we are a little bit passionate about it. Although it's not the Bulldogs and KHS anymore, we still are passionate about the school and the success of the students, and of course our children too.
And you can tell the kids' spirits. I mean, you just walk into the school and you feel uplifted because it's so positive and friendly. And at the sports events that we have, they're cheering and
they are.
They are. So. Well, we're running out of time. I know we're going to do some fundraising. We're thinking about a night golf course or tournament, so that'll be fun. So I want to thank you for joining my show, for sharing the information, and we'll invite you back again next year when we have more to talk about. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You.
Okay. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with another segment on the Boys and Girls Club of Kingman. Hi, welcome back to Community Chest. This half of the program, we're going to talk with Noreen Frisch from the Kingman Boys and Girls Club. Noreen, thanks for being on my show.
Thanks for asking me.
I know you have lots of things to talk about, so tell just a little bit about the Boys and Club real fast, then we'll get into some of the projects we're working on.
Boys and Girls Club of Kingman is a youth development agency. Opened, I think we're on our 19th year now. Don't hold me to that. We're located downtown at 301 North 1st Street, the old girls' gym at the high school. We have kids there every day, about 100 of them, from 2 to 6:30. We're open for our after-school program. And during breaks and summer, we're open 7:30 to 5:30. Okay. Children ages 5 to 18 are welcome to attend.
Okay, great. I know we've just got a short amount of time, and we need to cover a lot of things. You have a couple events. Which event do you want to cover first?
Oh, I'd love to cover the race.
Okay, let's do that.
This is our 4th annual Rockin' Race, we call it. It's a 1-mile walk, a 5K, and a 10K downtown. We go through Clacks Canyon. We have cheerleaders along the way with the clappy hands and singing and music. In the gym, we have booths, nutrition, maybe a gym. I know Mystic Myrtles is going to be there doing massages on the runners when they come back. We give out snacks, and we're waiting for the results of who's the winner or the second, the third. And we give out trophies and different prizes. It's just a great, fun event. All racers get goodie bags filled with all sorts of trinkets from all over the community. And I'd be looking for sponsors for that, people who maybe they have it, like Monica Bush, if I could use her.
She's one of our board members.
Yes, she is. And she gives calendars and pens, and she's also a shirt sponsor of money, because we do need sponsors for the shirts. They are long sleeve shirts, runner shirts, not t-shirts. They're very nice shirts. So it's a whole community that makes this happen, though. You know, last year we had about 70 runners and walkers. This year we're hoping for 100.
Oh, good.
We do not allow animals. It gets a little crazy with the running and whatever. The walking, it's not so bad, but the running, it's pretty bad. Okay. And then afterwards in the gym, there's accidents that happen with animals.
Right. I have a question.
Sure.
Possible donations. Along the route, do you have water stations
Yes.
set up? So do you need water donated?
We do. Water donations would be great because we do set up at least 2. The 10K, and depending on the weather, the date is March 16th. We do 8 in the morning, we take off. It could be hot, it could be cold, it could be raining, you just don't know at that in particular time.
Right.
Last year it was absolutely gorgeous because I do the 1 mile walk, that's my limit. I can't do the runs. But, it's a beautiful, and to be down in Clacks Canyon in the early morning is gorgeous anyway.
So they can sign up ahead of time.
Yes, you can sign up online, or you can sign up at the club, or these flyers that I'm holding are all over town, and you can sign up that way. We're open at the club from 9:30 in the morning till 6:30 every night, minimum.
Okay.
There's somebody there all those hours, and you can just sign up there and get a receipt. You won't get your actual goodie bag and packet and shirt until like 2 days before the event, because the shirts aren't even made yet.
Right.
We're waiting for more sponsors to pay for them. But, it's a great event.
So if they wanted to sign up the day of the event, can they still do that?
Yes, they can still do that too.
Okay.
You risk, if we get a heavy enrollment for it, which is what I want, you risk not getting a goodie bag, a shirt or whatever.
Right.
Just like the big races, I volunteer at the big ones, the PF Chang. Over in San Diego and Nevada, I volunteer to be at the finish line handing out whatever or doing medical. And
you run out.
Sometimes you run out.
Yeah. Well, that's good though, because
it is. It's
you
a
get
successful,
participants.
successful event.
So let's talk a little bit about what happens in the gym. So you have different booths set up?
Yes.
Okay.
We invite anybody. All they have to do is they can call me at the club at 718-0033, and I'll make sure there's space available. There's no charge.
No charge? Okay.
No. We just want to give out whatever good information for this event, that pertains to people.
Okay.
And even just to let people know you're here. I didn't know we had so many gyms. I didn't know, until I started checking it out.
We do have a lot now.
We do, yeah. So I'm in the hunt for a dietitian or a nutritionist right now. I'd love that person to be there to help people, the importance of drinking so much water, the importance of, eating this kind of food versus this kind of food before you run.
Okay, so that starts at 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
March 16th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
And they can go online and get it if they want at the club.
At the club.
You want to give the address of the club?
301 North 1st Street, right across from the train park.
Okay, great. I'm not a runner, but I may come after.
A walk I can do. The run I can't do.
Okay. No. Okay, so what is your other event that we have?
The other thing I'm excited about, it'll be our 3rd year doing it, it's the Feinstein Challenge. A man named Alan Feinstein, he comes from Rhode Island, and he challenges our country to raise food, money or food, I should say, and he'll match it to feed homeless people in our country. He doesn't believe that America should have any hungry people. Homeless, yes, things happen, but hunger, no. We are a pretty bountiful country.
Yeah, right.
And
so
we need
you're
to give.
collecting from the community?
Canned foods, I can't do outdated.
Right.
So please don't clean out your pantry and give me 10-year-old food. I can't use it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I know another thing that we're going to do is I'm on AmeriCorps too, as far as being on the board of the Boys and Girls Club, and we're going to set up boxes at different grocery stores so that our community can donate food that's going to go to the Boys and Girls Club for this program.
For this, he's going to match all of March and April. Any food that comes in, it comes in, we'll bring it to the club, we'll weigh it, so we have an accurate account, and then cash, checks, whatever, credit cards. We have moved into the new century, and we accept credit cards. As of a year ago, we didn't, So I'm slowly getting with technology here. So any way, money or food, he matches. Now, he only gives $1 million. The greatest thing is the more this country raises in their own states and whatever areas, the less we're going to get, but that's okay because it means we're taking care of our own all over.
And we have gotten something every year from
the first year I did this, we raised $36,000 worth of food and money. Most of it was in money. Churches did money, collections and whatever, and he matched it, but we only got a few thousand. But it doesn't matter because it's not we only; it's how marvelous is this?
And what's great too is the money that comes back to us from Feinstein goes to the Boys and Girls Club, and we have a lot of really good programs.
Oh,
The
I
backpack
think so.
program. Tell us about the backpack.
That's where it's connected to, too.
Yeah.
Because even the food drives, the non-expired food, we have a wonderful program called Power Up, Positive Opportunities When Eating Right. Okay, formed, I think it's 6 years ago now. I'd have to look to be sure, but it's a weekend backpack program. I don't give backpacks anymore. I give grocery bags. I'll admit times are tough, money for a backpack versus a grocery bag. But, and it's filled with at least 9 meals. Now, a meal for us could be tuna, crackers, a thing of vegetables, small thing of vegetables, fruit, and Gatorade, something like
nutritious.
that. That's a meal. Right. So 9 meals. They go out on Friday, Thursday for charter children because they don't. A lot of them don't come to the club on Friday because there's no transportation from their school. So Thursday, Friday, and then it used to be they bring the backpack back on Monday and we'd fill it up again. Well, they don't have to do that, but we fill it up again. It doesn't matter. If you say you're hungry, we're going to give you food.
Right. And what's sad is there's a lot of homeless kids in Kingman. And I had no idea until I got involved with some of the schools.
It's very sad.
It is.
Years ago, 5 years ago, I went out with a member of our community, and we went out and we found the homeless kids, and we talked to them. And, they have issues, but we do feed a number of them.
And we know at least those kids get lunches in school.
That's right.
And
some get breakfast.
And on weekends, they have those 9 meals. So.
And if I know they can cook, whether it's a campfire or in a house with a stove, it doesn't matter. You give them flip-top cans because the little 99-cent can openers are great, but they break pretty easily. And I don't think they're the gentlest of young men for the most part. So, and they like to carry light. So we do a lot of the flip-top cans, a lot of the plastic juice, fruit and vegetables, because and they can heat them if they have a pot. If they don't, they eat them the way it is.
And it's something they can do themselves and don't have to depend on their parents, because some parents don't.
We found some parents give the goodie, when we were doing the backpacks full of food in the beginning, they were giving them to their boyfriend or selling them at the flea market.
That's sad.
Very sad.
But
so
at least we know
take care
that
of it now.
we
know how
try
to do
and
it.
take care of all of those kids that are in need. So.
I have some great families at the club who love, they can't thank me enough because it really helps. That macaroni and cheese, the ravioli you gave me, you have no idea. That's what we ate for dinner as a family. Yeah.
So even if anybody wants to donate canned macaroni and cheese or ravioli, you will take it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
we
definitely.
Need it. We always need it.
Yeah. The food program Power Up costs about $35,000 a year. Okay. But we handed out last year between 2,400 and 2,500 bags of food. And now imagine each one has 9 meals.
Wow. Okay, we just have about a minute and a half left. Tell me a little bit about the meth program. We also do a meth program.
We do.
Prevention.
We do. Methamphetamine is rampant around our planet, not just here. And I go out in the school. I teach a 6-week class of Meth Smart, it's called. It's a Boys and Girls Club of Arizona designed program. And I've been doing it now for 6 years. We teach it at the club. We probably taught somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,000 children so far. And not only that, but we change it. It's not like a concrete thing. You add to it, like spice is a big factor here.
It is. I cannot believe how how creative they are.
And the pill parties. Bring the pills out of Grandma's cabinet. Put them in a bowl, and we'll all take a bunch at the party tonight. This is it's scary.
Well, the funds, any donations that you want to give to the Boys and Girls Club, it goes to the kids. It goes to very important programs that would not be there otherwise, and it stays right here in Kingman. So, Owen, thank you for being on my program. I enjoyed it, and these are going to be great events. I want to thank my audience for being here with me on TV 57 Community Chest.